Hey ladies, I'm just trying to make a small tutorial on how to make these batch reels that I made. A lot of people have been asking me how did I make them or the process, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to make a real quick one, hoping it'll be a quick one. But this is what they actually come out like, and I get these at Dollar Tree. I believe there are 3 for $1. They come in a package of 3, and I just glue them together with my hot glue gun. I do use the Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, or I should say glue sticks, which is, for me, they're a lot more better and they're a lot more stronger. So that way you don't have to use no E600 or any of that type of glue that takes too long for it to dry. I normally like them to be quick. So I got my epoxy, my A and B already ready here. I already measured it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that. Always make sure you get all the epoxy. Make sure you scrape your cup and get it all. You don't want it to be equal amounts. If you leave any in the cup, so that's why you always got to scrape it to make sure that you get all the equal amounts. And once you do that, you're just going to go ahead and mix it. And if you're familiar with epoxy, you see how it gets kind of like that clear, or I should say like kind of cloudy look. So you kind of mix it until it gets a little bit clear. That's when you know that it has mixed pretty well. A lot of people have the different methods for them to do this. I am sorry, I actually do not follow directions as well as I should. I just go with it. I know a lot of people say to mix it slow, and because of the air bubbles, and I've been doing epoxy for about 4 years now, and have always used my own methods, and so far they have always worked. So I guess it's something that has to do with what you feel comfortable with making, and everyone has their own method of working. I do scrape it all the way around on the bottom. Scrape it really good just to make sure that it all gets mixed very well. And once I complete that, I actually put mine on a warmer that I have to kind of get a little bit more warm and for it to settle for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and just put it there, and I'll leave it there for just a minute to sometimes I have even got sidetracked doing other things and kind of forgot about it. But so this is the mold that we're going to use, and as I showed you before, this is the outcome of it. This is for the scrubs. This is the one for the school bus, which it'll be this one here. This is the school bus. I'm gonna have a few orders that I have to complete, so those are the ones that we're gonna use. I made these molds myself. What I used to make the molds was the what is this thing called? The Moldstar, sorry, Moldstar Slow. 15 Slow is what I end up using to make my molds. And I cut my own acrylic pieces, which this is my acrylic pieces for the scubas, and this is the acrylic piece for the scrub. So maybe I'll make another tutorial later on how to make these and how to make the molds, but this is how I make the molds. I make the molds with I ended up cutting 2 pieces, gluing them together depending on how thick you want your item to be. So basically this is your negative to make your positive. And when I actually make these, I like to use either paint. I use this one for the school bus because I really like the way the color. I wasn't too happy at first when it came, you know, when I made it, and I thought the color was going, it looked kind of odd as you can see. But then once it has all the pieces together, I actually like it better than to make it into a bright yellow school bus color. So I do use these little medicine cups. I get them online. And this is where I separate my epoxy to color it into different colors. So you see, kind of, see if you could tell there, but it kind of settled a little bit. It still has bubbles, that's fine. They'll go away. They actually kind of come up once they get poured into the mold. So I just do kind of half and half. Okay, test that out. And for the school bus, let's start with that one first. I just take popsicle stick, just squeeze a little bit of the paint out, put it on the end of my popsicle stick, so this will be just more than enough. Just put it in there. I already have put a popsicle stick in there. Just shake it, or stir it, I should say. See, it's colored. I'm gonna do the same over here. On these, I'm gonna use the Pearl X powder. This is kind of like micas, but micas is more used like for cosmetics and candles, and these are more used like for projects and painting. It's called Pearl X. There's last I checked, there was 3 series. There's series 1, series 2, and series 3. The difference in the series is just the colors that come in the packages. That's all that means. So I do that, and I put lots of glitter. And like I said, I'm sorry, I don't really measure. I just do everything by eye. So it's actually, you know, what's your preference? How much color do you want? How glittery do you want it to be? I kind of like the my glitters to be really, my paint to really be glittery. I like to see the glitter a lot instead of more just of the color. So that's why I pour a lot. So see, this is real pretty. It's supposed to be kind of like a burgundy color. Oh, boo boo. And let's do the next one. And here's the blue one. Pretty color. And in case you're wondering what type of glitter I'm using, I'm actually using the Recollections fine glitter. I actually love to use those because they're very fine and not too fond of the chunky ones. Okay, so then we just move this a little bit more this way so you can see. And just pour it into your mold. You don't need to be put any type of release or anything at all. As I said, these are silicone molds, so they're very easy to release your piece once they're dry. Now we just give it a little bit of heat. You can use a regular heat gun. I use this little heat tool. So actually you can find this at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby at the stamps section. Any type of heat gun will work. A lot of people use the torches. I prefer the heat gun. Okay, so these are the methods that have always worked for me. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is the way that has to be done. Okay, and that's about it. You just let it dry and take them out, and once you bring them out, and these are the ones I released these this morning when so I did these last night when I got home. I'm actually on my way to the store to go get more of the silicone to make more molds. I think I'm gonna have to make a bigger mold because I wasn't expecting to get as many orders as I have. Just posted them yesterday and I ended up getting a lot of orders. So maybe I'll go ahead and do a tutorial of that later on. Thank you. Bye-bye.